So Archer Exploration is a nickel sulphide exploration development company with projects in Quebec and Ontario. And our focus is on high-grade nickel sulphides that we believe can be moved into a project that will yield nickel for the emerging world. So at Archer, we follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of our focus is on the Grasset project in Quebec. It has an existing resource of 5.5 million tons at 1.53% nickel equivalent. Our large portfolio in Sudbury is still very interesting to us, but we think there's a bigger bang for the buck by spending most of our attention and dollars on Grasset at this time. So recently we've updated the market with some drilling that was conducted in December, which confirms our exploration success around horizon number 1 at Grasset. And what the recent results confirm is that we are extending the deposit at depth with a bias towards a higher grade. So we're adding nickel units, we're adding tons and grade in a positive way, and there's more work to be done in that regard. And these results confirm that there's a lot more exploration upside yet at Grasset. So we are, again, exploration development. So early stage, we're at a resource level. From the market perspective, the reality is there's a shortage of nickel for the future. So these short-term aberrations with the nickel price selling off with excess supply that has been growing and growing LME inventories, in the short term, there's not much excitement or joy around the momentum in the nickel market. That said, medium to long term, this is a very exciting sector, and not unlike that we witnessed in uranium recently. We would expect to see the same in due course in the coming years, certainly on the nickel side. So I think number one, we look at the globe these days and where are the nickel opportunities. We are in a geological region which is very prospective for nickel discoveries. One being in the Sudbury camp, which has got 130 years of history. Abitibi Greenstone, untested potential. It's a phenomenal place to be. So the politics work, the geologic environment works, the community relations work. It ticks all the boxes for exploring for nickel sulphides. So importantly, in the Sudbury camp, they're well established. I mentioned the 130 years of activities. So the communities are well aware of the benefits that they get from the industry, but also working with industry to make sure things are developed responsibly. On the Quebec side at Grasset, we've got a very close relationships with the neighboring communities. We meet with them, if not every week, every second week, keep them apprised of what we're doing. We employ them when their opportunities are allowing for it. And we open dialogue and communications and sharing of knowledge on both sides. It works working very well for us. So number one, at Grasset in particular, we've got an existing resource, a 43-101 compliant. So this is not moose pasture. This is not a science project. We've got a base project. We also have grade, which works in our favor. So the average resource grade to date is 1.53% nickel equivalent. So we're a much higher grade. But more importantly for me is that the metallurgy is straightforward. It's simple. So we're not talking about complex metallurgy. So that's another distinguishing factor. And then layering that on, we are literally off the highway. We're in Quebec, off the highway, infrastructure is available. So we've got something which will not require a significant amount of capital with our ongoing exploration success. So what's in store for 2024 is a follow-up of what our success around 2023. We'll be embarking on a drill program that's going to test for depth extensions at the Horizon 1, which is part of the existing resource at Grasset. So extending that mineralization deeper, and we're targeting higher grade. And then we're also targeting 2 kilometers to the northeast, a very interesting geophysical anomaly, which will then allow us to do a little bit more arm waving on the exploration potential along this 23-kilometer trend of favorable ultramafics. So quite a bit of news flow on the Grasset side. And then as it relates to Sudbury, ongoing studies which will be updating the market over the coming weeks and months about our plans to how to best approach Sudbury exploration. So I think for the community, what nickel sulphide exploration in Canada is not seen due attention for a number of reasons, nickel price, but we've also had large entities come in to delist Inco and Falconbridge. There's a lot of information on our website that we're trying to get into the market to educate investors, to let them know what we're doing from a geology side. And so that's available on our website. We've got detailed marketing presentations that are available. And then please reach out to us at any time with any questions. Happy to share our knowledge about the sector. It's a very exciting sector. Investors should be paying attention to it. Favorable valuations. It's so stay tuned and come over to our website for more information.